Hello, Bears fans. Looking ahead to the Bears-Vikings game today, we have a lot of interesting things going on. This should be a really tough game. I'm really hoping the Bears can pull this out. It's a nice national spotlight, get a chance to really kind of showcase the new Nagy offense and look at what we're doing. Looking at the running game, I think you're going to see some really tough sledding there. The Bears have really failed to get a lot of push at the point of attack. Really failed to open up holes and creases for Jordan Howard to get north-south. You're seeing him get stutter feet in the backfield. You're seeing him kind of afraid to turn that ball up into the line of scrimmage. Usually when you see running backs doing that, it's because they're not seeing holes and they're not seeing them develop in the timing of the run play. That's usually a defender who's not getting pushed out of the way or a trap block that's been defeated. I think you're going to see a lot of push to get to the edge, especially to try to stretch the defense out. You're going to see Tariq Cohen to the edge and a lot of the edge zone run. I would also expect to see a little bit of Anthony Miller, maybe some Taylor Gabriel on those jet sweeps and or a reverse or two. Really try to force those outside linebackers and defensive ends to stretch outside and try to create some of those creases with zone blocking, combination blocks, guard center on the defensive tackle up to the inside linebacker, middle linebacker, creating holes for Jordan Howard to run through. Without a running game going, gosh, the passing game is going to be pretty tough. Xavier Rhodes came off of the injury report, and even though the starting strong safety is out, the starting free safety is there, and the backup's pretty good. Against the cover two, which you're going to see a lot of with a 4-3 defense, you have that zone right behind the linebackers, but before the safeties and that kind of hook to curl. And you have space behind the cornerbacks before they get to the safeties. I'd expect the Bears to try to target those zones, especially to pull the defense back from the line of scrimmage again, trying to create some running for Jordan Howard. Here's the deal. If the Bears can create room for Jordan Howard, they can use the play action to their advantage, and they can begin picking this defense apart. If the Bears can't get the running game going, they're going to be putting a lot of pressure on Mitch Trubisky. They're going to really be kind of putting the game on his shoulders and asking this young quarterback to really carry the team to victory. Defensively speaking, the Minnesota Vikings offense carries a lot of weapons with it, but one of the things that's interesting is that they're starting guards, right and left, are both injured. Now, one of them is questionable. The other one was listed as questionable at the beginning of the week, has since come off the injury report. So it's going to be interesting. We know that they're dealing with some injury issues. Is Fangio going to take advantage of that? You could see a lot of Roquan Smith and Danny Trevathan blitzing up the middle. You could also see some stunts and twists with Akeem Hicks going outside, Matt coming inside, targeting that guard one-on-one, trying to power through him. Things like, some blitzes where you send Eddie Goldman into the guard, crashing the guard and center, trying to take the double team, and maybe a mug blitz through the A gap, opposite A gap, and the B gap, really trying to bring too many for the offense to block. I think you're going to see a lot of continued man coverage from the Bears defense. I don't think that's going to change. I think that you're going to have some opportunities, to pick the ball off, but only if you can get a lot of pressure on Cousins and make him move off his spot. He's a pocket passer. So one of the things you have to do is get him to move. Mack has to get to the quarterback. Hicks has to get to the quarterback. Leonard Floyd has to get to the quarterback. They've got to get him moving. Get him off his spot. Get him rolling out. Get him uncomfortable. Get him off his rhythm and timing. If he can settle in the pocket and with rhythm and timing, he showed in Washington that he can absolutely and utterly pick your defense apart. We've got to get him moving. If we can do that, we stand a pretty good chance of holding their passing game in check, and then it's going to be up to the defensive line to really kind of ground their running game where it is, grind it to a halt. One of the things I would also look for on offense, switching back for a moment, is a lot of plays designed to give away the defensive coverage. So what you're going to see is bunch formations, stack formations, a lot of pre-snap motion, things that are forcing the defense to commit to their coverage early and allow Mitch Trubisky to read it. If he can read it and see it, he can kind of diagnose pre-play, and he can begin to put the ball more accurately. But I don't think you're going to see a lot of downfield shots. You're going to see a lot of midfield stuff. You're going to see a lot of what some fans are going to kind of call dink and dunk. They'll take their shots downfield, but I think a lot of their stuff is going to come in that intermediate game. That's really where the opening is. So we'll see where it is. Hopefully the offense and defense can pull this out. But Bears fans, I don't want to give you any false hope and tell you this is going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be a tough game. So bear down. Let's cheer for this team. I hope anyone going to the stadium gets really, really, really loud tonight and doesn't let this Vikings offense off the hook, and make sure that they're having to go silent counts and everything else. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you after the game.